Okay. So here I want you guys to like explain a little bit about your position paper regarding the topic ASEAN digital currency for greater economic integration. So I would like you guys to explain a little bit about the background and the country, the Brunei stance, as well as the proposed solution. And then I have some questions to ask you guys, and then yeah, that's all. So yeah, I think you guys can start now.
Would you like to talk, Brother Bunkong?
Yeah, it's up to you guys. I mean, who wanna go first? It's
Okay, okay.
okay.
Actually, for the country background, I think Brunei is one of the the most technical advanced nation in the regions. Maybe in the same level as Singapore, or maybe the second place. And actually, in terms of the economy size, because Brunei has a very a little amount of populations, but it population has the GDP per capita is very high, and populations mostly they can use technology very well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and talking about the infrastructure, I think throughout the country they have the what we call the antenna, the mobile broadbands. Yeah,
Yep.
it means that
Yeah.
throughout
Mm-hmm.
the country that we can use the internet. And actually I I can say that almost of the total population they have smartphone, or maybe something like that.
Okay.
They
That is
should, I think.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
I
Brunei
mean,
very
basically, Brunei Darussalam is one of the richest country in the world, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's also one of the most richest country. S- yeah, Singapore might be number one, and then Brunei, and then in this position, Brunei Darussalam, we when we look at the paper, we can see that Brunei is heavily tech advanced nation. There's a lot of planned, a lot of development toward the goal, the Wawasan
Yeah, yeah.
vision. There's a lot of development happens in targeting those goals. So Brunei Darussalam is both the richest country in the world and also the most heavily taxed advanced nation in the world as well, with the vision of becoming a smart nation by 2035. Yeah, that's the general idea to the country.
Okay, great. So you guys know the background of the Brunei uh, in terms of the technology, in terms of the finance. So this is very good. So do you guys want
Mm,
to add something?
please go ahead. What do you want to say?
I mean, do you guys want to add something, Bongkong or
Uh,
yeah?
I think it is fine. The paper is fine.
Okay, great. So yeah, let's. I think the
Mhm.
background is clear. So we will discuss more about the country stance as well as the proposed solution, which is very important.
Yep.
All right.
Mhm.
Who want to start first?
Yeah, I think it's the same. The
Okay.
country, this is obviously Brunei Darussalam is working toward the Wolversan um,
Okay. Yeah.
goal, and then its stance should also be the same. They are happy to have to get their money digitalized. Um, yeah,
Okay.
That's the stance in a simple sentence.
Okay. So I have a few questions, like, because here in your paper you guys mention about the Wawasan Brunei 2035, and
Yes, please.
yes, so you guys also mention
Mhm.
about the fintech, financial sector blueprint, digital payment roadmap for Brunei Darussalam. So can you guys explain a little bit the background of the Wawasan Brunei with regards to the digital economy as well as the fintech? So can you guys give a little
Mm.
bit the background of those? I mean, the roadmap plan for the future, like for Brunei's for the plan for ahead for the future. So can you guys give a
You like
little bit the background?
you like to start, Pada Bunkong? We can talk about the history a little bit.
Okay, let me find the document first.
Mhm. Do you have online class, Read Kaboto?
Yeah, actually, I have just finished my online class a
Ah,
week ago. I did my final exam. I have finished it. So for this week, I I'm on the break, so I have a lot of free time.
oh,
Yeah, so
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah. On a
yeah, that's
break as
good.
well. Uh, you study at AUPP or other school?
Actually, I'm studying at the University of Cambodia, UC.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
I'm a university student majoring in international relations.
Hmm, that's fun.
Yeah. So what year are you in? I mean, are you the 12th year student or
No, actually, I'm just at grade 10.
grade
I'm a
10?
10th grade student.
Oh, so you're
Yep.
very young. Yeah, you're very young.
Yes.
But it's good though. Like you're still young, you already have these kind of experiences. Yeah. So the same as Savandria, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool.
The same for anyone who's from the school, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's great.
we are all at grade 10.
Also, the girl that I asked you about, she's also from grade 10, right?
Yes, yes.
Ah, I see. Are you guys from the same class?
Most of the class, we are in most classes. We have exploration. We're in math, in physics. I think most of the class yeah, I think all the class
Yeah.
I
Okay,
study
cool.
with
Yeah,
her.
that's cool. So you guys want to start now or later? If not,
uh,
if not, we
how
can.
is the finding, brother? I think Boon Kong is finding the information.
Okay. So
Hello.
while he's looking for it, I mean, can you like share your thoughts or your opinion or your understanding
Um.
about the?
Actually,
So.
for the Wawasan 2035, I think I can tell you that they have the goal to become digital nation, something like that,
Mm-hmm,
which is driven by the digital economy. And their goal is to
mm-hmm,
they have three goals. The first one is the like accomplishment of wealth educated people. It means that they want to have all their population are well educated and they have
mm-hmm,
some high quality of life. And the third goal is to have a very dynamic and sustainable economy. They want to diversify their economy from like mainly focus on the the hydrocarbon industry into the much sector that is more sustainable than the hydrocarbons.
Okay, great.
And maybe that sector is the digital what we can call the fintech sector.
Yeah, fintech sector. So
Mm,
because it's kind of sustainable sector.
okay. So what is? Can you explain a
mm,
little bit the background of the fintech?
fintech. Mm,
Srivuta, you want to add something?
Actually, I haven't done a deep research on fintech, but I have conducted a research on digital payments.
All right. So if that's the case, maybe yeah, you can explain about the background of the digital.
Like they have what we call the roadmap, like what they should do from now to kind of with the goal by 2025 that the Brunei become the one of the digital payment nations.
Okay. So it is also related to the Wawasan Brunei 2020.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, great.
So fintechs, it's actually I think a short word, two words combined: financial plus technology.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, in basic term, it just mean that anything that revolve around technology and finance. They're trying to fuse um, an economy and a finance, a money, and transform it into digitalize it into technology. So technology and finance work together, and that is fintechs like digital payments, digital transaction, anything that's related to money and also technology. They are trying to use technology and with finance to make it a little bit simpler and also convenient for the people. Fintechs.
Yeah. Okay. So and about the financial sector blueprint, can you can you guys explain a little bit?
Financial sector's blueprint.
Yeah.
Uh, this is just a plan, as another plan that the government, I think, or the government or the bank, which one? I
Yes.
think the government, so the bank, planned out, um, just plan out what do they have to do to establish, to digitize the economy. That is the basic idea of the which one? Um,
The
yeah, the
economic.
blueprint.
Yep.
Mhm.
So yeah. Okay. So
I
you.
mean, it's all similar. The digital payment roadmap for Brunei Jerusalem, the blueprint. Um, they are all goals. They are all action plans. They are written action plans that the government of Brunei Jerusalem and also the bank, the National Bank of Brunei Jerusalem, has proposed, and they work um, on those according to those plans into establishing the Wolversan vision.
Okay. Great.
So
So
all of them they are smaller, like they are branches, smaller branches, and to succeeding
Yeah, yeah.
the goal. They're also I think they are quite similar, not much of a difference.
Actually, all those documents are, published by the kind of expert. So it's really, honestly, it's really hard to understand.
Right, right. Yeah, it's an analysis.
Yeah,
And
actually,
it's a lot of conclusion as we make. We study the possibility of digitizing Brunei Jerusalem
yeah.
economy. Yeah. So those are just the basic idea of the papers. They are not complicated as it sounds, but I think the core of it, the goal of the blueprint and also the roadmap are difficult. They are just they basically have the same goal, and they work in conjunction to establish the Wolverine vision. That what it's all about.
Okay.
I didn't go through the papers. It is technical. Um, just but I just have a
Very
basic,
technical, yeah.
yeah, just a basic understanding to what those papers about. Mhm.
Okay, great. So, which it means that like these terms, like for example, the digital payment roadmap, like financial sector blueprint, everything is related to the Wawasan Brunei, right?
Yes,
Okay, right. So
they have to be related to the Wolverine vision.
yeah, I kind of get the idea now. So thank you. So
Hmm.
now let's move on to the proposed solutions. Can you guys explain like one by one the proposed solution from number one to number four? Anyone want to go first?
Please, brother, wouldn't go.
Yeah, actually, for the first proposed solution, we are talking about the raising the public awareness. Um, Actually, for for our nations, yeah, it very easy to to implement such the high tech technology in our country. But if we look at the other Asian member, especially like Cambodia, Myanmar, Laos, for instance, they are the majority of people they even don't have the smartphone or access to the internet. So how can they shift from the paper money to the digital ones? Yeah. So in order to to start implement the such of plans like the digital payment, we should providing them the basic knowledge how to use it and what are the important of the digital payments, the advantages,
Yeah,
and something like that.
yeah. I kind of get the idea of the first
Yeah,
proposed
yeah,
solution.
and especially like the all the skill that are related to the technology, like computer skills. Yeah,
Yeah. So basically, they like the citizens, like I mean, the people need to have a basic knowledge about the technology, things like that.
yeah.
Okay, great. So, like in the first proposed solution, like which country do you think will oppose in the debate?
Can you speak louder, brother?
Sorry.
I
I mean,
cannot hear you well.
okay. So, like in the debate, which countries do you think will oppose the proposed solution number one?
I think for proposed solution number one, I can't believe that all of the country will agree to that.
There's a possible chance that they
Yeah,
make an amendment, but I think omitting it from the final paper just doesn't make sense. This is a valid point. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
valid
yeah. I think maybe
it's a
the
valid
amendment
solution.
they yeah. I think for the amendment they will make maybe just replace some word or adding more point to the
Yeah.
existing one, but they
Mm-hmm.
will not like agenda this solution.
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's
They
great.
won't omit. This is the first solution. Just asking all the nation to first educate their people, their citizens, about digital currency. If one country, for example, maybe I don't think there are any country that would omit this solution because this is important. If you don't educate your people, so then how do you use the digital currency that the entire ASEAN is trying to implement? Um, that's the idea. I don't think anyone would omit this from the final paper, but there is a possible chance they will make an amendment on this specific
Yeah,
solution
maybe
number
they
one.
can add more point to make it more kind of more comprehensive or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think so. They might expound
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the solution a little bit.
Okay, that's great because
I see
Mm-hmm.
in the draft resolution, one country they propose like they okay like uh,
AK.
they they urge the
They
minister
put.
of the Ministry of Education, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to raise the public awareness.
Yeah,
It's similar. We
yeah,
might even combine. Amendment will be made.
yeah,
Will be made, I think,
yeah.
But
but
I'm
omitting
wondering
it from.
that the meeting is the financial minister, but why they urge the education minister?
Yeah. So
I
this
I
is
I
think
something.
think it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine
no,
actually.
it's out
I
of our capacity as a foreign minister. We cannot urge the Minister of Education. I think maybe this proposed solution may be escalated to the Asian summit. So yeah, maybe like that.
Yeah, actually, like
That's an interesting point.
yeah, the reason why I ask you guys because I want to know like what are the proposed solutions that may be possibly be omitted or possibly be amended. So because if you guys cannot solve it during the meeting, it will be escalated. So that means that I will be the one who will discuss this with the other head of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this
Okay.
yeah, that's the reason why I want to ask you guys like what are the possible, I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah, because countries come up with different proposed solutions. So yeah, that's the
Hmm,
basic. Yeah.
hmm.
So number two,
Sure, sure.
yeah, Bongkong, you want to explain the proposed solution number two?
I think for the proposed solution number two, it's all about to raise the cyber security. Something like in simple word we can call it internet security.
Yeah, yeah, I
Cybersecurity.
Yeah,
kind of understand cybersecurity. So because it's related to technology, right? So it's
yeah.
important. Yeah,
Kind of prevent from hacker or
yeah, yeah, exactly.
for yeah
Okay,
for those who plan to commit a cyber crime or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
okay, and
Okay,
Actually,
so I.
because digital payment, all the all the transactions as you know placed in the what we call the data center. So it's a hacker they plan to hack our money, so they can just access to the digital the data center, and then they can take all the country. They take all the money from our country,
yeah, yeah. So
something like that.
that's why
So
Mhm.
cybersecurity is
yeah,
important. Okay.
and actually for digital as in digital payments, it's not our country that is responsible for some kind of the cyber security. So we need to improve the region as a whole in terms of cooperation in order to combat the cyber crimes,
Yeah. Okay, I
something
got it.
like that.
Yeah. So this is all countries need to like cooperate and then we work together, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So proposed solution number three. Sariguta, you wanna explain it?
I want to add for number two. I think this proposed solution is not a new one because I used to read the chairman statement of the ASEAN summit in
Uh-huh.
Bangkok. I think 2019. They
Mm-hmm.
also all the all the chairmen of each.
Clause number two, just a heads up. I think there will be a lot of amendments
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
question for clarification. and
Maybe
might be
some, yeah.
might a possible a country might try to strike it down as well. If yeah, I think a country might try to strike it down a bit, but I think from the last mocking simulation, I don't think um, many people would be active in joining the discussion, and it will be safe. But if there are a lot of people, if they are smart, if they are clever, if they want to challenge the class, I think it's possible that there might be a lot of amendment and clarification has to be made in order to be consensus. Everyone had for consensus to be reached.
Yeah.
I think we will have to try to research on that a little bit more, but we will let you know on that day
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
that if we will meet it or not. Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on. Yeah. Proposed solution number three.
Really
For
great.
proposed solutions number three is talking about the establishments of the Asian Advisory Council, and actually the council provides an advice to the member state, like kind of help them to coordinate their domestic policy to align with the the master plan for all Asians, like the Asian digital currency.
Okay.
Actually, for the purpose of this council, like to help those countries that they lack of capacity or ability to to align their policy with the um, ASEAN digital currency. So the council will provide them an advice. Yeah, maybe not financial aid.
Yeah. So the ASEAN Advisory Council for Digital Economy, uh, has it already established, or this is something that you guys are proposing to the, I mean,
I
proposing to the
think
other countries?
it has not established yet.
Okay. So this is actually
And
the,
I think that the EU they also have this plan. They want to get like EU Council for the digital economy. You can search in the Google. I think
yeah,
they also plan to have this council as well, but they haven't established yet.
okay. Yeah. I got the idea. All right.
Mhm.
Sarigutta, you wanna add? You wanna add something?
Uh, I think now I think you got the idea. This is just a simple solution where you have a group of people who know what they're doing and is just suggesting and giving advice to make to create the digital currency. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
So
Mhm.
the fourth proposed solution, the proposed solution number four, uh, you guys wanna explain?
Um, this solution. So now ASEAN. This is most of the solutions that we just talked earlier. Uh, they are all goals and but not much of an action plan. And number four would be an action plan that asking all of ASEAN countries to actually start digitizing the economy by having their representatives, experts in software engineering, finance, economics come together as a group, as a team, work together and establish the ASEAN digital currency.
Yeah, great.
You
So
understand?
yeah, I mean, like the proposed solutions, all these proposed solutions are good. So yeah, I think it's clear now. You guys
Mhm.
already clarify everything. Yeah, I think it's clear. We just need more research. I mean, yeah, we need further research, and then, but I believe you guys already you guys have done a like a thorough research on the topic. Is it right?
Mhm.
Okay, great. That's
There's one more. Um, I think one more thing that I stumbled upon. I think we have to discuss. When we looked, well, brother, when you read the paper that the organization team provide,
Yeah.
I think they also talk about monetary union and not just digitizing every country's economy, but talking about monetary union. Um, they're talking about digital monetary union, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
It's not just turning every country's economy to digital, but it's also making every country in ASEAN to have a monetary union.
I think it would be,
I'm not
yeah.
sure understand, said Brunei, standing on the topic, and I'm not sure whether all of the other countries understand the topic fully. There might only be a few that understand that the topic isn't just about digitizing the economy, digitizing the money, but it's also making, creating, and planning to establish an ASEAN monetary union. So I just read the paper and I just realized we didn't discuss much on that matter. You have any thought?
Yeah, just a quick one. I think it's very hard to reach a consensus over that because Asian has, a true gap in terms of economic and developments.
Right. Okay.
How
You're on the
can
same page as me, right? I'm happy to hear that.
actually we can um, take the economic like uh, the economic theory to rebut this proposed solution because when we have a monetary unions because it means that we you know all the policy the economic
It's
policy
that,
need to
yeah.
be the same for all Asian member states.
A monetary policy, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it won't be possible.
Yeah, it's
And right
not
now,
possible.
when we look at our solution, we didn't also our stand. We didn't clarify that. We clarified that we would love to digitize our economy, to digitize our financial sector, but we didn't clarify. We didn't declare our stance on ASEAN Monetary Union. But did you do any research?
I
Any?
have read one you the expert they say that Asian would not be able to establish the monetary union like the EU, but they can establish, the digital currency. But
Uh-huh.
at the same time, they still use their domestic currency. So, like they use both currency at the same times, the
What do you
domestic
mean?
ones and
And the Asian Monetary Unit?
I said that they use their domestic, they still use their domestic currency, and also they still use the Asian, the digital currency.
Mm, interesting.
Because if they use both currency at the same time, they can, they have some degree to control over the monetary policy. To
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Monetary policy. Sure, that's an idea. But what is our stance? What is Brunei's stance? Does Brunei's want to allow this to happen? What you mentioned. Does Brunei want to use their Brunei dollar? That's what they call, uh, or what? I haven't done much research, but that's one of my concerns.
Maybe we need to conduct further research on that.
Yeah.
I tried to
But I think
research.
all the Asian countries they had the same stand over this solution. I think they will not
Mhm.
agree to that.
I think so, especially for us to become for us, Singapore and Thailand, we will not agree um, to um, make to establish a monetary union, because when we look at our economy, when we look at the economic growth, inflation rate, um, a lot of gap um, in economy difference. We are developed country. Singapore is developed country, while Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, Philippines, Indonesia, they are developing countries. So our stance, we just from we don't have to much do much extensive. We don't have to do an extensive research, but based on our situation in the economy in the world, we can clearly see that Brunei um, is not going to join a monetary union unless all the country have um, the same level of economic stability and economy uh, status the same as Brunei or similar, then we will agree to have a monetary union. But take Cambodia or Vietnam as an example. Cambodia has a lot of economic growth. I think 7.5%, inflation rate of 2.3%. It's just nuts. A lot of economic growth, and also the more economic growth, a lot of inflation. And I don't think, and compared to Brunei, they don't have much economic growth, inflation, and it's an important factor. But that based on my research. For you, what is your idea? No.
No, I have no idea. I think we should research. The we have the sample now, the European Union. So we should research on that to see
Mhm.
if the wealthy nation they have benefit from some kind of what we call monetary unions, and what are
Mhm.
the disadvantages. Yeah, some kind like that.
The disadvantages of monetary union. Oh, that's a lot. I don't think Brunei would also want
Yeah, yeah,
one. Why? Because by having a monetary union, you are giving up your authority, your sovereignty in controlling your own
yeah.
money. So I don't think Brunei would want that to happen. I mean,
And actually, in terms of the price of goods and services,
yeah,
there should difference. Yeah.
there will be a lot of difference when all the country, when imagine Cambodia um, having the same money to buy of goods in every country, then it's unfair. Economically speaking, it's unfair for other country. Mhm.
Yeah.
I did have a lot of a wide range of effects. I think it might be beneficial to the developing countries, but not much for the developed country, such as Singapore or Brunei and Thailand. And then what is another disadvantage? I have researched on the monetary union. Uh, what is another disadvantage? Losing sovereignty is one. Uh, I think yeah, one more monetary policy you just mentioned. The gaps in economic, and that's hard for every country to adjust to the same level of to level of financial
And
stability.
actually, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Go on.
Actually, I have learned that before we can reach to the monetary union, we have to follow. Um, I remember 6 step or 7 step
Mm-hmm.
in order before we can reach to the monetary union. Like we need to have the common external tariff,
Yes, we have
the
to.
same tax policy,
Mm-hmm. I think that's what they are trying to
the free
establish with
movement, and again, like free movements of goods and people and capital, something like
that
that.
is called single market
Yeah, yeah.
system, single market system. Oh, this is getting fun. Single market system. I think that is one of the ASEAN goal as well. Like the European Union, if you live in Germany, you could travel to any live work borderless. I mean, it's borderless in the EU. You could travel, you could work, you could learn, you could go study anywhere in the European Union. You have the European passport, you could travel anywhere. That is a single market. Um, yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of steps that have to be made first. There's a lot of steps that have to be reached first in order to establish a monetary union. And I think we are not there yet. Any idea Nick, about that? We
Yeah,
about that, yeah.
I've been listening to you guys, and yeah, that's cool because you guys at least understand. Because like as you talk about the AMU, Asian Monetary Union, so this is something that we need to consider because, like you said, like the countries in ASEAN, like we have different, how do you say, economic level. Yeah. So
Yeah, gap.
so this is one of the issue that we need to we need to take into consideration. So yeah, that's good. You guys have done thorough research. So yeah, that's good. It means that you guys are prepared for the debate. So you guys wanna add
Anything
something?
you want to add?
Yeah.
I'm still wondering on that topic. Um, you
Yeah.
might want to discuss more. Mhm.
Yeah. Sure.
But let's see. Okay. Let's no, don't have to do it.
What time?
Just need to
One more
read.
thing.
Yes.
I think we might need to find some time to look on the draft resolution the organizing
Yeah.
committee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Right.
yeah.
Right.
Maybe we need to look one by one and prepare some
Uh-huh.
arguments. Yeah.
I agree. There's a lot. I think how many solutions?
I remember maybe around 14 or 15.
15. No,
Yeah,
15. 15 is
15.
the all the solutions.
Yeah.
And who create the first one? Who proposed the first one?
I don't
I think
know.
the organizer,
Oh
right, have
yeah.
proposed that. I think so. And then the rest, the other country.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
the
we
company.
will have to look. Hmm. And on all four of us, all four of our solutions are in there. You mentioned
Yeah, yeah.
in Telegram. That's wonderful.
Yeah, the important thing that we need to do first is to find the strong argument to defend those four solutions, those four of our solutions.
Right, right. Mhm.
And the second priority maybe focus on the rest of the solutions.
Mhm.
Maybe
Do you?
prepare prepare our stance on that.
Mhm. Do you think you might want to create to write a speech for each of the solutions that we proposed? Do you think we need to do that?
Yeah. Maybe we should prepare some paragraph.
Yeah, maybe just a quick 5 sentences
Yeah.
statements that explain a little bit to the solution that we proposed when we ask if there any questions or
Yeah.
amendment to be made, and we can clarify that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. To prepare in case like maybe I think maybe some members said they will make an amendments over our proposed solution.
Right.
So we need to prepare first.
Mm-hmm. I
But I
haven't
think
read all of them yet.
all of our solutions are very basic and very important. So I think maybe all of those will be reach the consensus.
Yes, we will have to make them reach consensus.
Yeah. It's not like a monetary union.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, we didn't mention anything about monetary union.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. And you also didn't mention that in our stance. But Rigoberto, I hope you understand the stance now.
Yeah.
That if there anything that goes on with monetary union, you have to say no.
Yeah.
We are
Sure.
not going to join the monetary union
Yeah.
yet, unless we have benefits from them. But I don't think we will have
Rigoberto,
much benefits.
maybe don't worry. Maybe we will have a meeting next week.
I don't
And
think so. We
yeah,
propose they postpone the event.
no, I mean the meeting the three of us.
Okay. Yeah.
Again?
It's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
idea. Yeah. It's a good idea.
Maybe talking
Ah,
about those 15 proposed solutions
sure.
Actually,
in
we.
order to let the Rigoberto to have some sort of preparation too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah. We also need to
Uh-huh.
discuss
But
about the paper. I mean, the one that the organizing team already sent to us. Yeah. We also need
mhm.
to discuss it.
Yeah. Because I think maybe some of them maybe appears in the Asian summit.
I think most
You
of
will
them
be
will appear
yeah.
in the Asian summit. And then Your Highness will make the final decision to the paper.
Yeah.
At least 10 of them
Yeah.
will pass.
Sure.
Yeah, I think for monetary unions, I think maybe some of the member states they will omit this proposed solution. But for
We
the
clearly
like
know. Yeah.
yeah, but what I said earlier about the minister of education, something like that. Maybe we can escalate to the Asian summit. Maybe they will escalate.
I mean, we don't have to even escalate when the consensus do not reach are not reached, then
Yeah,
the clause will be omitted
yeah,
from the Asian summit meeting. It won't be escalate unless it's important. Have a second thought or have a second thought on the topic, then we can escalate. But if we say no, then it's a no.
yeah.
I mean, escalation is fun unless it is the topic, unless it is a solution that we as the minister and the secretary, the permanent
Cannot,
secretary,
yeah.
cannot. We do not have the power to say yes or to the
Yeah.
solution, so then we will escalate. But if it is not satisfied our stance, then we don't have to even escalate, because then if we escalate and move up, the entire Asian submit solutions won't reach consensus.
But what do you think about the case that I just pressed? The the urge to the minister of education. What do you think?
Uh,
They will escalate or
which
omit?
class? Which class? I'm reading. Do you which class? 6, 7?
No. Wait. I
think
think they
reinforce,
have.
right?
I just have a quick look on that.
Sorry, but I think there will be a lot of clarification and amendment will be made on that specific um, solution the country proposed.
Yeah.
Uh, and you mentioned that the financial minister did not have the authority over
Yeah.
the,
Ministry of Education. Yeah.
the minister of education. That's a fair point. But what was it, a recommendation? Was it a call on? What was it, a request or what?
Let me find it.
I suggest finance. No, edu.
The proposed solution number 3.
Yes, I just clicked key term.
Besides incorporating the significance of Asian digital currency and its methodology in the curriculum, the Ministry of Education of each member state should require.
Require. So this from the just the first sentence, I think they are trying to say they're trying to ask the minister, trying to teach the people about digital currency through the education system.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense. Why do they say enhance the education system by including the skills? That just doesn't make sense in our economic meeting. That should be in the education
Yeah.
education
Yeah.
minister meeting. I think there a rephrase, a rephrase of the of the solution will happen. I think one of the country of us will have to rephrase this to be a little bit more specific and concise. And also by saying enhance the education system by including additional necessary skills for the 21st century, especially in key areas of digital payment and financial literacy. They put the important stuff later and put the nonsense things
Yeah.
at the first line, so it doesn't make any sense. They could just summarize the reader that require or urges all ASEAN member states to include the digital currency and digital financial literacy in the education system rather than say enhancing the education system. I think that would be much, it would be
Yeah.
clear and concise than saying by enhance the education system. When you say the word enhance, it's meaning you're trying to make it better,
Yeah.
but that is not the point. We are just trying to educate the people about digital currency. And to enhance the education system, Brunei Darussalam and Singapore will disagree. Why? Because we already got a good education system. What do you think?
I think so.
What do you think?
And what do you think about the first, the beside incorporating the significance of Asian digital currency and its methodology in its curriculum, the Ministry of Education of each member state should require teacher to be knowledgeable with regard to the importance of Asian digital currency. This could be done by providing the teacher ongoing training course as well as opportunity to enrich their knowledge.
I don't think, no, that doesn't make sense. Requiring all teacher? Is that what it say? On which class? What class? Class number?
The same clause, the number 3.
Oh man, no. It is a bit. I don't so. I don't think so. to me, I mean, do you think they said require all teachers to be knowledgeable with regards to the importance of Asian digital currency? It's not necessary for all teachers to know about the
Yeah,
importance of digital currency.
I
It's
think
not a requirement. It's maybe should a recommendation that a teacher should be knowledgeable about the importance of ASEAN digital currency, but it's
yeah,
not a
yeah,
requirement. A chemistry teacher, a geology teacher, a science teacher shouldn't don't have to know much about the importance. It's not a requirement. It should be
yeah.
a recommendation or a suggestion. I mean, yes, clearly there's need to be an amendment on that clause. What do you think? What should be done?
And I think that it's not just about the teacher and student who should be, knowledgeable with regard to the importance of Asian digital currency. I think it should be all the citizens.
Mm-hmm. Right. At least most of them. I think all of
Yeah,
them. No, but most of them, at least from what did you say, from which grade student should know about the importance of digital currency, grade 6 and 12 should know the age at the age of 13, at the age of 15. We have to clarify all of that.
yeah,
I think it is important to clarify. Uh-huh.
yeah. I think so.
What do you think, Rick Gaboto? Do you have any idea or thoughts you want to add on?
Um, the clause number 3, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think,
mean, it's yeah, go ahead.
yeah, because I've been reading the paper, and because they want to they extend the school curriculum, and they also want the teachers to be knowledgeable with regards to the importance of Asian digital currency. So yeah, basically, like in my opinion, I think it's actually a good proposed solution though, because like in order to achieve the like a country to be a fully digitalized nation in terms of their finance, I think it's important for the teachers to be able to like require have knowledge on the uh, in terms of the technology, in terms of the digital currency, so that they can teach students on how to use the technology, on how to use the digital currency, because these, as you said, these require knowledge. So yeah, actually, in my opinion, I think it's a good proposed solution. But what do you guys think, like from the perspective of the Brunei Darussalam?
Uh, it's a fine, um, it's a fine clause. Just need a little bit of amendment and clarification, and then it will be fine.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So, do you guys wanna have a like separate meeting to discuss about this paper, about the
When do you want that meeting,
yeah
Kong?
yeah? You guys have to decide it. I mean, because now I'm free. I have a lot of free time. So because I think Bongkong is having exam, right?
Yeah, yeah. I have exam.
Ah, okay, I see.
Soon?
So yeah, it really depends on you guys. I
Okay,
mean,
it's okay. Mhm.
yeah,
No pressure.
yeah, no
We have a
pressure.
lot
Yeah,
of time.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. 3 weeks.
yeah.
3 weeks. Yep. Okay. So, anything else you want to talk? Um, do
Mute.
you have any more questions, Gaboto?
Yeah, actually, like for today, I just want to discuss about our position paper. But
Mhm.
I think for this one, we will discuss in the next meeting because
Sure.
Bongkong, do you have class
Yeah,
tomorrow?
yeah.
Do you have class tomorrow?
I have exam tomorrow, not
Ah, I
class.
see. Yeah. Okay, okay.
Ooh, what
Yeah.
exam?
The final one.
for the year?
No, the final exam for the semester.
Oh, for a semester.
Oh, okay. Understand.
Yeah. So yeah, I think for this one,
Um, maybe I will have a meeting with Woodhouse, and after we have prepared enough information or some argument, yeah, we will invite you to our
Join the
meeting.
meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Okay.